Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
My mother says she remembers her grandma having saltine crackers in her cookie jar. They were for treats, so she wasn't supposed to eat any on her own, but she always snuck and ate them anyway. According to her, they tasted much better when she had acquired them clandestinely. Rules weren't made to be broken, but I know in my household, many rules were made because of incidents involving the little brother. So there were always reasons for the rules, usually for safety and or peace between siblings. God made rules for the Jews to follow too, and they were for their own good. Just think about the 10 Commandments. The first few taught them how to relate to God, and the last few taught them how to relate to each other. They made clear distinctions between good and evil. Worshipping God, good. Worshipping idols, evil. Truth, good. Lying, bad. Fidelity in marriage, good. Adultery, bad. They all definitely had good reasons for those laws. As Paul says, by the law is the knowledge of sin. Not that we wouldn't know right from wrong without the law, but the law makes it official and makes us aware of it. Like, if the speed limit isn't posted, we might feel like going over 70 is too fast, but we only know for sure that we're breaking the law when we see a sign that says speed limit 70. The law is good, the Bible says, but it can't save us. God's law came with lots of ordinances, ceremonies, holy days, feast days, and endless sacrifices. But none of those things could take away sin or heal a guilty conscience. The law required, threatened, and commanded, but it didn't give people what they needed, salvation. It showed what sin was, but that only showed how far we are from perfection. John 1:17 says, "For the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came through Jesus Christ." The law given by Moses was like a twinkling star compared to the sun of righteousness. It was cold, far away, giving no hope, only death and condemnation. Not that the Old Testament didn't have grace. I mean, every animal sacrifice was a reminder of God's grace, of what they deserved for their sin. And did you know that the head of the household who brought the lamb for the sin offering had to kill it himself? That would have been such a strong reminder of the seriousness of sin. But as Hebrews 9:9 says, gifts and sacrifices are not able to cleanse the consciences of people who bring them. That couldn't transform the heart. Only Jesus can do that. Jesus gives what the law can't: forgiveness, mercy, and grace. He reached back and gave the Old Testament people grace, as well as reaching into the future to give us grace today. His death on the cross was the ultimate act of grace, as he took on all our sin and died for us. He gives truth that sets us free from the law of sin and death. And if the Son makes you free, you shall be free indeed. Now, instead of bringing an animal sacrifice to a temple, we who know the Lord can humbly pray and ask for forgiveness when we have sinned. And then we can thank Him for the grace that He gave us in taking away that sin. Isn't that freeing? No works, no animals, just pure grace. How about you? When you sin, do you work harder to try to make up for it? Or do you go to the one who has made the ultimate sacrifice for sin and ask for forgiveness?
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes at our website, which you can find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.